Up guys, it's your boy Luke Uchiha here. We're back with another video, and this is for sure probably gonna be a banger because last time I checked, my latest video got 101 views. I'm grateful. I'm actually grateful. Like, we actually destroyed my goal of 10 subscribers. Sorry for that voice crack, by the way. Let's just get right into it. When Deku was going flying towards Shigaraki, you know, he Kirigiri opened a portal at the last second, and he did the same thing where he separated one A into different groups, and Froppy, Mineta, and Deku go to the ship. So, they come up with the same plan, but then Deku says, well, I can just freeze time. Hold on. So he just freezes time using his finally one of his abilities, because last time I checked, I don't remember me allowing him to me saying that he was using any abilities before. That was all just pure strength. So basically, what happens is Deku just picks them up and just walks on water. Yeah, technically, if time stops, everything basically becomes solid. And I'm gonna say that he can control what he wants to stop and not stop. So basically, he can still breathe and stuff like that. And even if he weren't to breathe, it didn't really matter because I'm gonna say he can hold his breath for over an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. So basically, that happens. He walks back to the middle and starts just going ham on Shigaraki and on Kirigiri's neck brace. And so he resumes time for everyone else, and basically he basically that is they Shigaraki is basically almost dead. He's on the brink of death right now. And Kurogiri, well, since since all Deku can really touch is the neck brace, yeah, Kurogiri is dead, so there's no escape for the villains. Okay, should I end the series here? I want to at least get that far. Okay. So, yes, I'm gonna finish the series off in this video, but I'm gonna make this an extra long video. Hopefully my brain keeps up. I haven't watched My Hero Academia in a long time, but my brain better still keep up though. So basically what happens is that Kigiri is basically knocked the F out. He's knocked out. So then everyone sees that their technically their boss and their way of escape has ceased to exist, except for the boss. The boss is gonna have some major trauma. Basically, Shigaraki's not the boss, but he's second in command, and I would think so. No, I think he's third in command actually, since the doctor. Yeah, well, that doesn't matter right now. So basically, their supposed third boss was destroyed by a 15-year-old, which I'm pretty sure that Shigaraki's 15 or 16. So they were like, come on, man, now it's our turn. So they said, so they're like, if we all group up and work together, we can probably defeat this dude. Nah, fam, nah. The dude from Naruto, the dude, the first person to run towards Madara in the in the Shinobi Alliance. He was one of the dumbest but bravest dude ever. Yeah, so basically when those situations happen, and Deku just like destroys everyone, like Madara did to the to the like to the Ninja Alliance for a Great Nations Alliance or something like that. And so he pulls off a Madara. He basically defeats a whole army, and everyone's just shocked. Like, how, my boy, how? So that happens. They all go into custody, and I'm gonna say that yeah, Kurogiri is dead. So sorry if anyone liked Kurogiri, but like we gotta kill him off for this to actually work out. So I'm sorry, it's only a what if, and I'll probably not kill him in any of my other what ifs. But um please, I don't. But just once, if you like Kurgiri, and if you don't like me to kill him off in this what if, please please just try to hold back your anger. That's all. So basically, since Kurgiri's dead, and Tomura Shigaraki is basically in a infinite. He's in a coma. Yeah, he's in a coma. There's no way he's getting out of that unless one thing happens that I'm not gonna let happen. That not gonna that's not important. So basically, next up, what happens is that they go back to UA, and basically Deku's getting praise, but he's like, "Nah, don't praise me. I don't want you guys to praise me." So then basically what happens is you know, the UA comes up with the conclusion that they're still traitors, so they give everyone a week off to try to find out who's the UA traitor. And that's time to bond. So I'm gonna say that since the dorms were made early, everyone moved into the dorms because since Deku technically doesn't have a home, you know. Hashtag go watch first the first part of this what if. So basically what happens is that Deku basically they say that we're going to the mall, and I'm gonna say that Deku has an allowance from UA. It's a what if. Please, like, don't like leave any mean comments, but like leave the comments that normal people would say, but like make them. If you want to say a mean comment, just make sure that I don't notice. Honestly, I'm not that smart, but like at least I don't think so. Everyone says I am, but like that doesn't matter. Shut up. Okay, so basically, next so basically it's time to, you know, get the ship. You know, you guys already know the ship is right in the left left bottom left corner. You know, so basically, they say they're gonna go to the mall, and Deku decides to join them. Although they don't know, they don't know until they actually get there, and they're saying, oh, we're gonna get some supplies, normal things, supplies, some pencils, because school people drop pencils all the time. My school people are missing pencils almost every single day. The first pencil on the floor is almost snatched in a second. The moment you see it is gone. So, well, of course, it's not gonna happen now because we're in a pandemic, and most people are actually taking class at home. So, basically, next is what happens is that you know, Deku. I'm gonna say that Todoroki was getting a little bit tired, so she went off on her own, and I'm gonna say that she went to an alleyway, and Tomura Shigaraki. No, no, I forgot. So I'm gonna say that All for One got some random villain to interrogate one of the students at UA. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say this the I'm gonna name them. Since this is my last episode for this, what if I can't say and you know screw it. I'm gonna name him Kai. Yeah, Kai. Kai doesn't seem like a villainous name, but like still Kai. So basically, what happens is that Kai has a strong enhancement quirk. So basically, he grabs Todoroki by the neck, female Todoroki by the way. So and like she feels like she's getting choked by someone, and I'm gonna say All for One gave him an invisibility quirk, so he can turn invisible and uninvisible. But like the drawback is that he's blind whenever he's invisible. So I'm gonna say yeah, that happens. So he and I'm gonna say never mind. Okay, so then Deku notices that Todoroki is going into an alleyway, and then he senses some blood, like some bloodlust and some killing intent off of Kai. So he starts following this invisible aura. And so that's all Deku can see is nothing. So he just tries to like pretend like he's not noticing it, but he's following Kai like step by step. And I'm gonna say Deku actually succeeded in like not getting noticed by Kai, although he can beat up Kai. And he sees that he grabs Todoroki by the neck, and then his eyes just turn slit his eyes turn to dragon eyes. Basically, I think since hostile animals have them slit like eyes, I'm gonna say that he has slit like eyes, and they turn in they have red eye. He also has red eyes. So so basically all Kai can see is basically these red slit like eyes just walking towards him, and he's mad. He's like Deku's pissed. I'm gonna say this even this deactivates his invisibility quirk. So yeah, so I'm gonna say um that he started booking it because he sensed a lot of bloodlust. The bloodlust that like is specific to one person, and only that person can feel it. Like he felt like he felt pure death. So he ran. Like he ran, and he said, and then we cut back to Kai's point of view, and he's booking it. He's running for his life. Basically. And so he gets back to All for One, and he says, I have failed you. There was this one kid. He had this ominous aura. It was almost even as strong as yours. And this wasn't even his full aura, okay? This was maybe like what, 25% of his actual killing intent. Nah, I'll make that a fraction. Like a simple fraction. Like a hundred, like 1/8 out of 100 of a fraction. Not gonna make his killing intent that big, okay? So he said I have failed you, and he also says that his bloodlust and killing intent was to the max, and like that. I'm gonna say that Deku doesn't know what this feeling is, but he just feels like he should just grab Todoroki's hand and like I'm gonna say okay. He basically kissed Todoroki on the cheek. Again, feminine Todoroki, gender bending. The power of gender bending in what ifs. So basically that happens, and so basically next is so they so then doesn't know what his feelings are, but Todoroki does, and he asks, "What is this feeling I'm feeling?" And then she asks, "Are you feeling love?" I'm gonna say that Todoroki is like all is turned up is like is since Todoroki is a male tsundere in the actual like in the actual My Hero Academia verse, since yeah, female tsundere, she doesn't know how to confess her feelings, but then she just grabs Deku and kisses him on the cheek, and then Deku just grabs her, and she thinks she's gonna die, but then Deku just kisses her on the lips. You know, like normal tsundere and whatever main character. I don't know. Haven't seen any like. I haven't seen a lot of tsundere animes in a while. So basically, what happens is that that Deku that basically they get together, and I would say they is now now there and Endeavor wants to see how powerful Deku really is, because he's heard of it, and he heard that his daughter is now dating Deku. So this just came up this just came out my mouth, but like this gonna be awesome. So he wants to test Deku's strength, and and I'm gonna say that Deku doesn't really care about showing off his power. So he's thinking if my daughter's gonna date him, he's gonna have to be strong and more powerful than All Might even. Little does he know he's actually stronger than All Might. Like 1 million. Like imagine like Prime All Might couldn't even phase this dude. So basically, what happens is that Endeavor is going to Deku's dorm room, and he just senses the amount of malice just coming towards him. So he gets ready for a fight. You know. Sorry, I'm thinking of something. So he's getting ready for a fight, and Endeavor just barges into his room and says, "You, what are you doing with my daughter? She will be the strongest hero." And then Deku says, "Alright, fine. I don't really care if she becomes the number one hero or the last hero. All I know is that I have a weird emotion, and now she's my girlfriend." So that's basically all Deku understands. So Endeavor says, "Why isn't this boy going for the number one spot like most people would?" Or weird. So he's just thinking about it, and then he says, "You know what? If you want to date my daughter, I shall. We should fight to see if you're worthy." So he's like, "I'm not." And so Deku says, "I'm not about this worthy crap, but if you say so, since he got them feelings towards Todoroki." So they basically go to training ground A, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that Deku put. I'm gonna say that Deku said he's not gonna use. He's only gonna use up to 1% of his power, and up to 1% is like 10 Prime All Mights. So Endeavor's screwed. Like, and then he's like, "Can we like release Bloodlust or not?" so so then Endeavor says, "I mean, like, if you want to release Bloodlust, you can." So Deku just releases another like 2/8 of of 100th of 100 of his true bloodlust, and like Endeavor is basically pooping his pants. So Endeavor basically gives up. Like, I ain't gonna die today. Basically that happens, and ah, damn. Okay, so basically then what happens is that um the damn. So basically the Endeavor knows that I can't back out because he'll look weak. So he says, "Bring it on, boy," in a semi trembling voice, trying to hide that he's kind of scared. So basically, Deku basically rushes Endeavor and basically beats him up to a bloody pulp. So yeah, I'm not gonna say he's in a coma or anything because we're gonna need him. Not really. So basically what happens is that that Deku basically destroys Endeavor in the fight, and Endeavor is kind of is he's knocked out, but one two five kisses from Recovery Girl and he's fine. Okay, he's fine with 5 kisses of Recovery Girl, but like it's gonna be funny. It's an old dude getting kissed by an old lady. And so basically, that happens. Oh, oh. So basically, next to that what happens is that that Endeavor gets recovered, and I'm gonna say it's time for the sports festival. And if you remember my last what if, this is where I left it off. Nah, I'm not gonna leave it off here because I still gotta make that 40-minute mark or 30-minute mark, 30 at least. Okay, so basically what happens is that he's basically told you have 1 week to prepare for the sports festival. You know, so I'm gonna say he goes back to the woods and he practices on mastering his he's practicing on mastering his rage mode because he noticed that he got a rage mode when someone hurt Todoroki. You remember when Kai almost choked female Todoroki out? He's trying to master that rage mode so he can so he can, just for the sake of it, because he doesn't know what to do for the week, and so he meditates, trying to tap into that all of that anger that was pent up inside, and every single time like a giant beam almost destroys the place, but thanks to another ability that he has is healing. He um he heals the earth. I don't know if that actually works that way, but like I'm saying it does. So he heals the earth by planting more trees. Nah, he doesn't plant more trees. He just he just he doesn't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. So basically, what happens is that Deku meditates and is basically doing the training that Naruto did to gain Sage mode, but more intense and just way much more meditating. So he meditates more and more, and he finally taps into it, and he sees that he's going on a rampage. So he's going through the woods, almost destroying it. He basically he sees that his body is about to explode with power because I'm gonna say his body's not used to it yet. Basically, he's gonna have to learn sage is basically like sage mode. You know, if you get it like incorrect, like if it's like a bad sage mode, then you're probably gonna turn into stone or something, like a sculpture of what sage mode you're trying to use. Like remember when they said in Naruto that if you do it like incorrect, then then you will turn into stone, like a frog stone or something. So I'm gonna say that he doesn't explode because he at the last second he gets control of his body, and he sees that he's still in it, but it's harder to maintain. It's taking a lot of stamina, and that's shocking coming from him. So he just works on it, and I'm gonna say he masters it by I'm gonna say, mm, hmm, since it was a week, I'm gonna say on the fifth day. So he has 2 days free. So I'm gonna say he just goes to the beach and sleeps for them 2 days because I'm gonna say that he was really exhausted after mastering his rage mode. So basically what happens is basically next up what happens is that Deku mm, so basically next up is that Deku is that the sports festival happens, and in the start of it I'm gonna say that Deku gets to say something motivating to cheer up the crowd because they see that the crowd is kind of like a little bit like tired. So like they think that Deku would have nothing something nice to say. He would, but then if you think about it, he'll probably insult you in like three different ways. So I'm gonna say everyone give it their all, and if you do, you might get stand up and give a chance against me. So hopefully you do well enough to pass and get at least second or third place, because I'm gonna say he wants to basically get Endeavor's forgiveness, and that is because like Endeavor's pride is kind of hurt, so he's kind of mad at Deku, but he's still allowing Deku to date his daughter, you know, feminine Todoroki. So basically, next what happens is that you know the race starts, and I'm gonna say that Deku just flashes towards the end. You know, everyone thinks that he just teleported there, and he says, "Nah, I actually ran." And then he says, "Three, two, one," and then they just see that some of the bombs explode. Mhm. So they just see some of the bombs explode, and then Degu's like, "Damn, I always Well, I always want to time one of those perfectly. Well, um, it seems like I get first place then. You know, normal Deku. So that happens, and then Deku, and then the cavalry battles happen. I'm gonna say that Todoroki got second, and Bakugo got third. Have I gotten into Bakugo? Okay. So basically, what happens is that mm, my voice kind of hurts. Okay. So basically, what happens next is the cavalry battles. So I'm gonna say in this group is Todoroki. No, gotta keep up that ship vibe. Um, Uraka, and I'm gonna say Dupla Arms. I don't know why. I'm just gonna say that I didn't give Dupla Arms a chance. So 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 um so basically, Dupla Arms is basically like using his extra ears and his extra eyes to basically sort of sense if anyone's trying to, or basically like hear anyone coming towards them or see anyone coming towards them. So I'm gonna say that Bakugo on Bakugo's team is Bakugo obviously, Izuma, and I'm gonna say that Monoma even wanted to take Deku down, so Monoma is on Bakugo's team, although reluctantly, and mm, uh, Ida, because Ida feels disrespected by Deku. You know, you'll understand if you watch the second episode. Basically, the second part. So basically, what happens next is that Deku basically basically Deku says basically is telling the team what to do, because I'm gonna say, remember, he's pretty smart. So he's coming up with a plan instantly. Like, okay, so he thinks that he knows that Bakugo will attack mainly, so that's their main attacker. So while he's attacking, he'll focus on defense and offense at the same time. And I'm gonna say he can multitask, so it's pretty easy for him. So he says, "Dupla arms, put down your arms, and I'll fight him." So basically, what happens is that Deku basically just slaps Bakugo straight out and gets his headband, basically. And damn, my so basically next is that what happens is that um next so I'm gonna say that Bakugo wakes up at the end just to get enough points to get to the 1v1 battles. So basically Deku's team is still, well, Deku's still in first place. um eh, and basically everything goes up basically canon, like Shinzo losing to Deku, not in the same way. I'm gonna say like Deku just flicked the air, and then the air pressure basically pushed Shinzo back to the wall. Like his strength is unparalleled. So basically, Shinzo basically is out. Um, Todoroki beats Zero, and Bakugo beats Uraka. That's basically all the fights I remember, and it goes up to until Todoroki and Deku fight. And Deku doesn't really want to hurt Todoroki, so he just so right when it started, he just knocked Todoroki out. He just said, "I'm not gonna hurt you." So he just places her down and says, "You wake up in a couple seconds, in a couple what minutes." So then there's oh yeah, I remember one battle, but since Todoroki's out, I'm gonna have to make. Okay, so basically next is so basically t- so basically the dark shadow dude, I forgot his name. Please write the dude with dark shadow in the name in the comments. I think I don't really want to say his name because I don't know if I'm gonna say it wrong, and I don't want to make another person mad. So so basically what happens is that Deku basically grabs grabs Dark Shadow and throws him at the arena. And Bakugo's ready to win because he thinks he's gonna win. And I must say the last battle he had Bakugo's battle had was Izuma versus Bakugo. So Bakugo basically won, although he didn't want to hurt Izuma that much, so he went a little bit easy on her. You know what? This is Bakugo. He straight up destroyed Izuma. Her like I must say that the clothes are blast proof, so no one saw anything. You know, just to save the PG. You know, although I'm probably not gonna be not PG in a couple years, but like if this channel does well, I'll be pretty happy. So basically, what happens is that uh, basically Bakugo wins that fight against Izuma, and now it's Deku versus Bakugo, and of course Deku wins. I mean, like, do I even have to explain why? I mean, like, there are a multitude amounts of ways, but like I'll give you one example. So basically, like this example will be what actually happened in the fight. So basically, Deku was like remembered Bakugo from the bullying. So he just got mad, and he decided to use his own technique against him, because I'm gonna say he can he basically sees the world a little bit slower. Not the Sharingan, okay? Don't worry. There's no Sharingan abilities in this what if, because it's at no acnologia. Yes, acnologia. I think I said it right, if I remember correctly. Okay, so basically, next is so basically he basically destroys Bakugo by using his own technique against him. Although he did modify it to where he didn't actually collide with Bakugo's punches, but he was hitting his stomach and slapping his face. So basically, Bakugo loses, um, and Deku gets first, and now it's the training camp, and this is where the what if is gonna end. So it's gonna be a little bit sad. So since there's no since the League of Villains since there's no Kirigiri, the League of Villains have to get a van. And since there's no Shigaraki, I'm gonna replace that with my OC character Kai. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Kai. He's probably gonna be erased from my memory the next tomorrow. So basically, um, so basically, Kai is basically the basically the leader technically of the League of Villains. So basically, what happens is that they get to the training camp and and they they and they do the thing, get they meet the wild pussycats, and they go through the forest and they cook, Now I'm gonna say that the League of Villains wanted to get there a little bit earlier, but they didn't have Kurogiri, so I'm gonna say like it's the next day, and like I'm gonna say that Aizawa said, "Oh yeah, by the way, this one kid doesn't need any training." They're like the Wild Pussycats are like, "Wait, why?" I mean, like this dude pretty looks taller than normal, but like he looks pretty average. So and then Aizawa said he literally got infinity without even trying. Uh, so the White Pussycats are like, nah, you're just flattering this boy. I think you got some favoritism issues. Honestly, I think he does too, but like that's not important. That's irrelevant. So now we're gonna cut back to the League of Villains, and they're just singing karaoke on their way to the training camp. So that's basically what's happening. So we cut back, and it's the next day, and the League of Villains are just parked outside the camping grounds, you know. So basically, so they were parked outside, and I'm gonna say that Deku senses them, but like he says he'll deal with them in the nighttime. So basically, the damn. So basically, damn. Wake up. I'm falling asleep. I swear. So basically, then what happens is that it basically turns night, and like the League of Villains start their basically raid. Basically they start going like they start like trying to take over the training camp and basically get rid of the students, so there are no more heroes, trying to get rid of all heroes including all my, though I know they won't. So I'm gonna say since since Kai said since Kai said that he was pretty strong, I would say Kai is like below All Might, like no, not yeah, below All Might in power, but like damn, below All Might in power, but like it was still like pretty close up and pretty high up there though. So basically, All For One's like, you know what, fine. So he just you know goes to to the training camp, you know. So he goes to the training camp, and So they go. So he goes to the training camp, although he's trying to hide his aura, which he does to everyone else except for Deku. But he's not paying attention to it right now. He thinks he's gonna deal with it later. So the villains start attacking, and I would say that Deku like gets cornered, but like he takes care of it easily, like 3 seconds, and he's trying to save everyone because he doesn't know which group Todoroki's in, but he's not trying to seem like one of them and leaving the people to die. So he's helping everyone that I come across, and he finally sees Todoroki getting choked out by a villain, and he gets mad, he gets pissed. So he enters his rage mode, and now he has full control over it. So like he destroys the villain. He absolutely he disintegrates the villain. Not even lying, he disintegrates him. So basically, next what happens is that hmm, 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 hold on. Okay. Okay, so now we get back to the video. Although like we were already in the video, I just paused. I just stopped talking for a little bit because I'm trying to regain my voice. I'm getting new to. I'm getting more adjust to it, so you just bear with me. Sorry. So basically, next that happens is that he goes into rage mode. Now he's saving everyone, like at once. So I'm gonna say that All for One was like, nah, fam, we can't lose this way by a 15-year-old. Nah. So basically, he goes in. He swaps out with one of the villains that were yet almost defeated, and he thinks he can stop the punch, but the punch literally sends him flying. So now Deku, I'm gonna say that Deku has a semi dragon form, so he just sprouts wings. Yes, he has wings. I'm not gonna show you a picture of him because I have no picture of him, and I'm not trying to. Well, do that. I'm gonna just say he's flying with wings. Okay, he's just flying with wings. And I'm gonna say since for one can levitate, using that like what little flying quirk or like a good levitation quirk or something like I don't know. So basically, like All for One, he's basically trying to block every single attack, but like Deco's in rage mode, so there's no need to do that. He is not. Do I even need to say why? He's in rage mode. Um. So basically, All for One's dead. Not dead. He's basically in critical condition, and that's basically what's happening. So that's So basically, that happens, and All for One's reign of tyranny is gone, and this is almost where I'm gonna leave it off. So I'm gonna say after this that we skip a couple years, and Todoroki and Deku are officially married. They have kids of their own, and I'm gonna say that dragons come like somewhere in a cave, dragons wake up and they just start causing havoc. And I'm gonna say that one was unfortunately in Deku's area and kills his family, and Deku is mad, so he's out on a hunt for all the dragons' heads. And this is where I'm gonna leave this what if off. If you like the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is Luke Uchiha out.